ARWOW 9B is coming with special guest Clippy. Yay! Wrong person. No, wait, please let me stay. Fine. So, the prompt was, in 6 words or fewer and without using the letter S, describe the worst possible board game you can think of. Let's do a speed run of shoutouts. Media People, Math by 37 and PizzaEnjoyer get the shoutout for writing on that page of all responses for him. Let's now get to the results. One last thing is that these scores is including the non-contestants' responses, since the scores were changed without them and because over half the responses were from the non-contestants. PizzaEnjoyer is up first as usual. Their best scoring response of 2 was board game, experiencing emotion, immediately eliminated. To make things less confusing, I'm only showing each contestant's best of 2 responses. Anyway, did enough people understand their board game pun enough to give them a good score? Let's find out. 82.65%, a well-deserved score and probably getting them first place. Can anyone do better? Let's see if Silly Circus can. Silly Circus is up next, who is the only remaining contestant with the letter S in their name, with second place for containing the letter S being Despacito's 50 millionth letter. Anyway, their response was early ARWOW ranking, imagine rolling 6. This response references how in ARWOW you vote responses as how you rate them from 1 to 6. How did the people who vote on how good the responses are vote this response? 59.80%. Pretty good. You'll probably survive with this score. AAA9676 have a response which was the best of 2 like everybody else's response of bad, originality removed, and nobody gaming. If you looked carefully, the first letter of each word in my response spells out boring. Other than that, I didn't think this would do well because the second half of the response didn't make much sense to me. How did the acronym do? For the second time in a row, I get a score right on the dot. This time I got 70% right on the dot, while last time I got 50% right on the dot. But enough dazzling scores, it's sudden death zone. After the next score reveal, one contestant is guaranteed safe and another is guaranteed eliminated. FlyGamez is the last of the final 4 to be revealed. Either them or Silly Circus will be eliminated. This is Silly Circus's 3rd time being in the final 2 in the last 3 episodes. Will FlyGamez beat out Silly Circus and end their final 2 streak? Or will they be the next to fall to Silly Circus? Anyway, FlyGamez responded with, no luck involved, boring predetermined path. Let me tell you this, the person eliminated changed a lot throughout the voting, but one person will end up being the final victim. Who will it be? FlyGamez, you are part of the final 3. Sorry Silly Circus, but you are part of the not safe club, the eliminated group. Goodbye Silly Circus, you helping out with the scores for ARWOW 4 to 6 was definitely appreciated, along with your funny confessionals you had in ARWOW 8 and 9. You survived the instant death zone twice now, but unfortunately you won't make it through to the final 3. I am your local Clippy, back to show you the leaderboard for the round. Woohoo! I am still colouring first place in gold, even though there isn't any prize for the winner anymore. The most controversial response was Math Guy 37's lower voted response, while the least controversial response was Nobody That You Know LOL's lowest scoring response. The response with the most votes is a tie between Silly Circus and so Circus, but the least voted response is a tie between AAA9676 and the Fry Guy. We have only 3 ARWOWers left: AAA9676, FlyGamez, and PizzaEnjoyer. This means they have all reached the ARWOW podium. But in which order they fill out the podium is something we still don't know yet. Also, PizzaEnjoyer has won 5 times now. Crazy. We've had 9 rounds of ARWOW now. Using all the data we've collected, we can track how well our ARWOWers have been doing across all 9 episodes. We can use normalized ranks, which is basically percentage of contestants beaten in a round. Here's 100% percentage of everyone else all beaten in first place, and a 0% meaning they beat no one or lost is how far they place from that score on average. If scores from the past will determine how scores in the future will go, then we can actually predict how the contestants will do for all the rest of the show. Here's the results I got. We can see that due to placing first so many times, PizzaEnjoyer has over a 50% chance of winning the whole show. Everyone has at least a 58% chance of making the final 2, and at least a 20% chance of winning. Enough of statistics, let's get to the word limit for the next episode. Let's see the word limit for ARWOW 10 right now. Words or fewer. Pretty fitting since this is the 10th round that we are talking about. I deleted Clippy because he was taking over my job. Anyway, the 10th prompt is... What does it take for a true ARWOWer to reach the finale? Respond by February 21st, 2025 at 12 AM EST, which is a little longer than usual since this episode took a while to make. See you! One last thing before the episode ends. If you are a non-contestant or an eliminated contestant, you can only do 1 response this round to make sure we don't have more non-contestant responses than actual contestant responses like we did this time. Anyways, goodbye!